Initializing recap.
There is a email from Gregerton to a blocked address. It's signed by someone known as Cadricle's Eyes. And you see a fairly tense standoff. 5 Sarkeesian mercenaries who have formed a fairly loose perimeter around Gregerton, who is currently inside that square clear plastic cage. Then in another cage is Dr. Ross, who is dangled in another one of those plastic cages above a tank of large electric eels.
I'm going to take the bangles off, put them on Ross's wrists, and clack them together.
She looks at you confused for a second and has no idea what you're doing. She teleports to the top of the stairs.
You're running out of options here, Gregerton. If you're going to threaten us, I need to see something to be threatened with.
Very well. As he pulls out a vial and an injector, stabs it into his neck and presses the plunger down. You want a threat? Well, how about a perfect apex predator?
Recap complete.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I have 2 questions for you.
What could they be?
Are you ready to rock?
Yeah.
I am.
I mean, yeah.
More importantly, are you ready to roll?
Rolling.
Roll into the grave, you mean? Because
Yeah,
we're fucked.
Cody may as well just jump in.
I'm feeling optimistic, guys.
You weren't 6 seconds ago.
Calling him out like that.
Hey,
He's trying to bring us energy.
We play on the record button, and then my whole mood changes. So let's go.
That's fair.
Before we jump right in, I need to establish locations. Durrin, I know you're about 100 feet up in the rafters and the catwalks of the Menagerie.
Mm-hmm.
Merrick, I believe you ran to the console in front of Gregerton.
Actually, Dane, I believe I said I'm right underneath him for when he drops. So when he turns into a giant monster, he's probably going to fall right on top of me.
Okay, cool. Perfect. And Cody, I can't remember if you are still recovering on the stairs where the tank was.
Where did Ross go? Because I believe I went with her. Did she go to the panels and shit, or was she still on the stairs? Yeah, no, I went with her. Okay, cool. So then Merrick, Ross, and Cody are all by the Gregerton's terminals. Oh, is he? So he's above me?
He's in that area, yes.
Oh, no.
Well then, where we last left off, Gregerton had just injected himself with a mysterious vial and told you to prepare to meet an apex predator.
The transformation takes 10 minutes, though, right? So we can get our stamina back?
Believe it or not, it doesn't. No. The first thing you notice about the transformation is there is a lurch forward in Gregerton's body, and his whole back quadruples in size. It's muscular, and the feathers that cover his body are now not enough. So he's now this patchy, almost looks half plucked. And then he slams both of his feathered hands onto the bottom of the cube that he's in, and they begin sprouting these razor-thin claws, and his hands also begin growing in size. And then these almost like heart-like valves begin shooting out of his shoulders, and with that, a plume of smoke fills that box. And you hear inside the struggles and the pain of a fairly torturous transformation. And then you hear a shattering pop as the sides of the crate that he's in go flying by. Merrick and Cody, one of them just narrowly misses you and goes skidding across the floor as you hear a thump hit the ground. And as that foul-smelling smoke begins to clear, you see the monstrosity that is now Professor Gregerton. He is standing about 8.5 feet tall. His bill is elongated, and there is a familiar wriggling tongue inside of his mouth. His arms are muscular and large. Those razor-thin claws almost reach the ground, and he's got these thick white furred legs that you saw before as well. And he looks up at you and he says, I once had the brains. Now I've got the bronze.
Oh my God.
And he charges forward. And I'm going to do some new initiative.
Okay. Ooh, hate that.
Yeah, because I rolled, I think, a nat 20 last time. Now I definitely did not. Could I at least have drank a potion while that was going down?
Yes, I will give you guys all one action while his transformation was happening.
Oh, God, I don't know what I can do anything with one. I'm going to activate my Corona.
Okay. I will swap to my rifle. Oh, because fuck, my pistol's gone. I forgot about that. That sucks.
Yes, your pistol is currently on a cage that is moving back and forth below you.
Cool. That's real cool.
Give me some initiative, boys.
15.
Okay, Durrin.
24.
Merrick.
20.
Durrin, you are the first to react as you have a fairly good vantage on the whole scene from above. You see the smoke finally clears, and it's Gregerton, the hulking brute that he now is, looking at Cody, Merrick, and Dr. Ross.
All right. I'm going to use my move action to try to get a little bit lower to the ground, maybe hopping on a few cages. Not sure how far down you want to let me go.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. I got a 21.
Okay, with the 21, I will let you get, because you're not necessarily moving, so you don't necessarily have to worry about 30 feet. I'm going to say you're halfway down, because you're just jumping from crate to cage as they come down. So you're now about 50 feet up.
Okay.
I will say, whatever platform you're on now is moving.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's probably going to throw off my shot, but I'll try. And then with my rifle out for my previous action, I will take a shot.
Okay.
I got a 25 versus EAC.
That will hit.
Hell yeah. Unfortunately, I don't get any bonuses with my sniper ever. It's not bad. So I got 14 points of damage. Oh, it's bludgeoning, so it's probably not E. It's probably KAC. Sorry.
That would still hit.
Okay, cool. As I just hopping down and just 360 no scope, take a shot in between jumps.
But you said it's bludgeoning?
Yes.
You take this shot, you wait, and the cages are sort of crossing by you, and as soon as there's a window, you manage to take a well-placed shot, and it doesn't even look like it breaks the skin. Sorry, that might be misleading. You've done damage,
but not as much.
But yes, he barely flinches when you do.
All right,
great.
Cool.
Sweet. This is going to be so much fun, guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Merrick, it's your turn.
All right. So Merrick, who is now aflame because of his Corona ability. So is he next to me, or do I have to walk up to meet him?
You'd have to move up. He's about 20 feet away from you.
All right. Well, Gregerton, as Merrick moves up, I'm really disappointed with the lack of desert-themed creatures in all your experiments. I don't think you truly understand how terrifying the desert is, and I will show it to you. As Merrick moves forward and attacks with his photon blade. That's a good one. That's going to be 27.
That would hit, but he's going to use his reaction. And you see a familiar flash as a purple light pops, and he disappears.
God damn it.
And then you hear another poof from behind you, and he has teleported on the opposite side of the room. He's about 30 feet away now.
It's a very Dragon Ball Z moment.
Yeah. Merrick takes out his notebook and starts writing his own eulogy for someone to read at his funeral.
You see when Gregerton appears there, he gets down in like a 3-point stance as if he's about to sprint.
You're unstable, Gregerton. This can't last.
Cody, it's your turn.
The blinks that was in the cage, is it just on the ground now?
It's hit the ground and still is not moving.
I turn to Ross and I'm like, is that thing still alive?
I'll roll a medicine check for her. Damn, okay. She takes a quick cursory glance at it and she says, I don't think that thing is still living, no.
I think its mate was searching for it outside and we left the door open. Was that a bad call? Is it going to come in and eat all of us, or?
Ross tilts her head and says, Cody, I literally do not know. The way this day is going, I have no goddamn clue.
Fair. I just don't want to add to our, current shit pile. Do you mind if I get those bracelets back?
It will take her an action, so you'll get them on your next turn.
Okay. Could I just use a move action to grab them?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to use a move action to grab them. Is there somewhere you want to go, or do you want to just stand behind me?
Well, I mean, this is kind of my mess, so I'm going to help clean it up. Don't worry about me.
Okay. And I raise my Corona laser rifle and fire. Not at her. 23 EAC.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So that is 19 points of fire damage as I just, raise it to my shoulder, sight, and he's, in that 3-point stance. I just shoot him in the chest.
Once again, he takes it just full force, and you could almost see that he's smiling.
I hate this so much.
Does he just absorb powers that we throw at him and then he emits them in a big burst, which is why he wanted robots that could survive energy?
It is Ross's turn, and she opens up her passport and she says, Link, do you remember what we've been working on? Yeah, we're going to need that. And on the other end, you see, oh, okay, I'll be right there. And you already hear scampering in the vents coming your way. It is, however, Gregerton's turn now.
I hope he bursts down with a giant fucking rocket launcher.
Gregerton digs his clawed hand into the ground, and you can see that the floor where his feet are bracing begins to buckle and dent as he launches his thumb forward at all three of you. And Cody, as he's an inch away from you with a big clawed hand raise, you hear behind him that same pop of purple light, and then you feel a suction. And Gregerton is not moving. He's standing right in front of you, and then he begins sliding backwards. And on the other side of him, you see the other blinks, mouth dropped down, wide and agape, sucking Gregerton back.
Hell yeah, little guy.
And he has negated Gregerton's first charge.
Ooh.
Durrin, it's your turn.
Okay. I need to find my pistol. How close is it?
I mean, it's back up. It was only one cage down.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, so much for that.
No. Okay. For this case, I'm not going to make you climb back up. I will say you've got to give me a perception check. You've moved around a lot. The cages are moving around a lot.
Okay,
Let's see if you can spot it.
Okay. That's a I believe a 15. No, sorry, that's a 14. So, hey, I get it.
You don't know exactly what cage it's on, but you know, based on the way that they're moving, it's like in a general area, and you'll have to move over there to pinpoint it.
All right. So, damn, I hate to waste so much time looking for the fucking gun. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use my move action to head in towards the general direction. See if I can find it, because my rifle's not going to cut it for this fight.
Okay, I'll need an acrobatics check as you jump from cage to cage.
I got a 26.
That's perfect. Yeah, you manage to hop, and as you're landing on a cage, you kind of swing from the cables that are suspending them, and you manage to make it over to the group of cages that your pistol's on, but you're not sure which one.
Sweet. And then I'm going to use my standard to reload my rifle because I am out.
Okay, Merrick.
All right. So Gregerton is by Cody right now?
He's about 10 feet away from Cody, yeah.
Cool. So I can move up to him, I think, right?
You can, yes.
Cool. Let's try this one more time.
And as you move in, he will take an attack of opportunity because he is large.
Be my guest. He takes 3 damage.
Even
3
without
fire
hitting
damage. Oh, yeah, he just has to attack me.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see what happens here. It's not the best. That is a 21 KAC.
That will do it.
Does it beat your KAC by 4?
No, it does not.
Okay. You take 16 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
As the claw that was meant for Cody, he redirects and just slashes down at you as you close the distance.
All right. Time to make that attack. That's going to be a 23 KAC.
Yep, that does it.
That's going to be 30 points of damage.
Jesus.
I also hit hard. And it didn't take me drugs, just years of training, you silly duck.
Yeah, go duck yourself.
Yeah, you duck. I would call you a silly goose, but that'd be disrespectful to gooses.
Geese?
Nice.
Geeses. Yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it on that second one.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I can only imagine Ross is aghast at that.
Cody, it's your turn.
If I still have ammo, I can fire twice, right?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Fuck it. As Cody just starts shooting off. Oh, that's probably not going to do it. 14 EAC.
No.
And 18 EAC.
Yes.
Perfect. And that's going to be 15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As the first one goes wide, and then, again, just shooting in the same spot. Kind of like what that sniper was doing to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gregerton now has a big slash across his chest from Merrick, and now is beginning to show signs of bullets finding their mark on him. You hear the clambering in the vents get closer, and then Link comes slamming out of it and goes flying across the room and skids to a stop in front of Ross, and he says, I think this is what you wanted, and holds out a small sort of L-shaped, it almost looks like a boomerang, and hands it to Ross. And Ross smiles, and she presses a button at where sort of the junction of the L, and it transforms into this large white and blue gun. And she smiles and then points it at Merrick and Cody. And you guys both feel a laser on you, and she squeezes the trigger, and both of you get hit with these little pellets, and you restore half of your stamina.
Damn.
Oh, that's rad as hell.
That's very rad.
And then she looks upwards and says, wherever the little one is, if you want to make yourself a target, I'll hit you next.
I'll be fine. Get yourself to cover and safe.
And then Link, you notice, is also wearing this metal backpack. And he says, I was hoping that was the one you wanted, but I also brought this. And he presses the button in the center of the straps that are connected to it. And these 8 metal claws, almost like the Iron Spider suit, come shooting out of him. And 2 of them lift him up so he's much taller. And he says, I think I could help. And he's going to take his attacks on Gregerton. And he misses, unfortunately, as the claws that aren't dug into the ground begin shooting lasers at Gregerton. But you can tell he's probably never used this before, as they're going all over the fucking place. He's like, sorry, just a little calibration needed. It is Gregerton's turn. Behind him, you hear the suction of the blinks beginning to weaken as it staggers, its mouth snaps back shut, and it's panting and down on its side. And Gregerton is going to take...
at the start of Gregerton's turn, because he's standing next to me and I achieve full photon points last round, he takes 2d6 fire damage.
Damn. Okay.
So that's 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Merrick's just becoming the desert sun.
Yes.
He looks at you, Merrick, and he says, "You said I don't have anything from the desert? Well, perhaps you're familiar with this one." And he flexes forward, and those heart-like valves on his shoulder begin spewing a foul-smelling smoke, filling 60 foot around him in a thick, opaque fog that you cannot see through. And you hear him say, "You can't see me, but I can see you," as you hear him begin clicking his tongue with a... You're all going to have to give me stealth checks, or American Cody.
Okay.
All right, that's not terrible.
Yeah, I got 26.
I got 21.
Oh, you're all learning from me.
Uh-huh.
You guys manage to stand very still as you hear Gregerton walking around and clicking his tongue. And you have successfully evaded him this round. but every now and then you'll feel like a feather brush your shoulder or the slapping of his feet beside you. But in the fog, you can't see where he is. You just hear that. Durrin, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I see my gun now?
I will say yes. Now that you are here, you can see it on the cage below you that's just about to, go underneath you.
Okay, I'm gonna make the jump to it.
Okay, give me an acrobatics.
All right, we have a 32.
Yeah, you do it easily.
Okay. Definitely swapping to it as I pick it up. And I guess I've already moved and I grabbed it and swapped to it, so I'm assuming that's it. That's my turn, yeah?
Yeah, that's going to be it, yeah.
But I'm ready for action now.
All right. Down below, Durrin, you see that pretty much the entire battlefield has just been covered in this, brown smoke, and you can no longer see what's happening inside of it.
Cool. All right. That's going to make it very, very interesting.
Merrick, it's your turn.
All right. Can I roll a life science? Because he did say this is desert related, so I just want to see if I can figure out what creature this effect's coming from.
Yeah, I'll give you a +5 to the roll as well.
That's going to be a 21.
Perfect. This is the haze beetle. It is a very common, smaller bug that uses a toxic defensive stink cloud to defend itself. And it seems like Gregerton has added that into whatever horrible cocktail he has built. So if you know that if you stay in here too long, you will run the risk of getting sickened.
Do I know if it's flammable?
No, it's not.
All right, Gregerton. When I was but a wee little boy, we used to play hide and seek using the haze beetle stank. This is nothing but father's perfume. And Merrick is going to try to exit the cloud.
Cool. He's going to use his reaction as he uses echolocation and finds you.
Fine.
You just feel a parting of the fog begin swirling as he runs towards you.
Be my guest.
That is a 26.
That does it. He takes 3 damage.
Okay. Does 26 beat your KAC +4?
It does indeed.
Okay.
But not +8. This is some weird half a maneuver AC kind of bullshit.
It's grab. You take 12 points of slashing damage as you begin leaving the smoke, and Gregerton says, "Where do you think you're going?" As you feel the claw dig deep into your chest and pull you back.
Is he holding on to me now?
You are grabbed now, yes.
How far away am I from Cody?
You don't know.
Can I, what? Oh, fuck. Cody, duck! I'm going to explode.
Cody, I will give you if you want to use a reaction, I will let you hit the ground and go prone, and
sure.
You will get a bonus to your reflex save, because this supernova will hit you.
Fuck. Sure.
So I'll give you I believe prone is +4.
All right. I got a 22 reflex.
You pass.
I guess Gregerton's going to do one too, although I know he's holding you, but
yeah,
I imagine it's, him getting an arm up to shield himself.
Sure.
He got a 20.
Yeah, he passes too.
Dirty 20.
As 30 points of fire damage erupts. So they both take 15, I guess.
Fuck.
Yep.
Sorry, Cody.
You feel the singe of the desert sun that Merrick is always yelling about scorch your back as you hit the ground. It is your turn, Cody.
All right. What is standing up?
It's a move action.
Cool. I guess I'm going to stand up. Will I get sickened because I don't breathe?
If you don't have to breathe, then you are good.
Cool. I'm going to get up, and you see something kind of flit, almost like a second eyelid, come over Cody's eyes as I activate blind fight using adaptive fighting.
Ooh, okay.
But that's all I can do.
Is that it's how it usually is? You get to roll twice on concealment?
Yep, roll twice on concealment. Not flat-footed against creatures I can't see. I can withdraw from creatures I can't perceive, and I don't need acrobatics to move at full speed while blinded.
Nice. Okay, very, very cool. Give me a stealth check, please.
Sure. Okay. That is, I believe, 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. You manage to get up very, very slowly and quietly. And those little lenses flick over your eyes, and there's like a little.
Now, I don't know if this is something like he trained for, or if it's something that happens kind of without his conscious, you know what I mean? Like maybe it was part of his programming.
I like that.
Yeah, I think he's surprised.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Yeah, I like the idea that Cody doesn't even know what he's capable of. As time passes, more systems activate, and he's like, "Oh, wait a second."
I think that also explains why he doesn't really do anything this turn either. It's like he's taken aback for a second, as all of a sudden, the blindness isn't oppressive. But that's me.
That is Ross's turn, and Link. Unfortunately, they can't see anything because they're also in the smoke. So Ross is going to ready an action and attempt to locate Durrin at her next available time, and Link is going to ready an action that if the smoke clears, he will attack Gregerton. It is Gregerton's turn now. He is going to... Merrick, you feel yourself hit the ground for a second, and then you're in the air as Gregerton leaps up and onto one of the moving containers above him, still holding you by pretty much on the chest, and he's going to attempt to confirm his grab on you. That's going to do it. That is a 31.
Yeah.
Cool. You take 13 points of slashing damage, and he's going to use his smash and grab ability, and as he brings you up onto this cage, he slams you down onto the top of it, and you hear it crack, and you are now prone, and you take 3 additional points of damage.
You take damage for being in your fire?
No, my fire is gone because of I blew up, so I'm out of photon mode for now.
Shit, okay.
Durrin, you see Gregerton launch out of the smoke and land onto this traveling cage with Merrick. As he slams him down, Merrick is now on the ground, Gregerton hovering over top of him.
Ooh, does that mean that our friends get their ready actions?
No, they're still in the smoke.
Ah, shit. Okay.
But you can see him now.
Cool. But what I want to do is, are there any venting systems that I can see? Something to help clear out this smoke, or do I know how long, or is it only going to last a short amount of time from now?
You're not sure how long it's going to last. You can see that it's already beginning to thin, but any sort of ventilation system would probably require terminal use.
Yes. Okay, where's the terminal? How far away is it, I should say?
It's in the fog.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it fucking is. All right. Okay. Dane, I'm going to pitch something to you.
Okay.
I have my pistol. I want to use my trick attack.
Okay.
And I want to... How far up from the ground am I? I need that before I make this decision, before I make this pitch.
So I will say Gregerton is about 30 feet up. You're about 50 feet up.
Never mind. I'm not going to make the pitch. I'm going to try to get closer to the smoke, try to get lower. Still visible, but I'll use my trick attack to kind of finesse my way towards it to hopefully get a good attack on Gregerton.
Okay, that's fine. I won't make you roll acrobatics because you're using your trick attack.
Okay. I will if you want me to.
No, that's fine.
Okay. 28. Stealth.
Stealth? Yes, that will do it.
Okay. Come on. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, that's a good roll. I got 27 versus EAC.
Okay, you have to be 30 feet from Gregerton, right, to trick attack?
I'll say yes. We'll check later.
Okay. Then yes, that hits.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, what the fuck?
You good?
What does that mean? Good or bad, bud?
No, I rolled max damage on my normal damage.
Sick.
It's 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then 10 points of precision damage. And then I need a fortitude save from him.
Okay. So that's not... Oh, no, it's 17.
Okay, that probably passes.
Probably doesn't.
Probably doesn't.
I have no idea what my DC is.
My DCs are 18, so I assume
mine is
yours
17.
are also...
Oh shit! There it is. DC 18, bitches.
There you go, motherfucker.
Okay. He fails.
Oh, he's staggered.
Oh wait, no, sorry. He rolled 18.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I heard 17. Did you all hear 17 too?
I heard 17 too. Yeah, you said 17.
Okay.
Did I say 17? No, it's 18. Sorry, it's 11 plus 7.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
No, it's 18.
But if it meets the DC, does it still fail or does it pass?
No, he passes.
He passes.
Yeah, if you match, you pass. Yeah, I rolled a 7 and he got a his base bonus is 11.
Sure, Dane.
But you clip him good, and you feel like you almost got him somewhere very tender. That's your turn, Durrin?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Merrick, it's your turn. You are on your back, the glass beneath you cracking, and Gregerton hulking and like heaving and panting, standing over you.
What's it like, Gregerton, to have borrowed power that you did nothing to work for? Does it feel good? Feel good, you coward? You weak little duck man?
Do you not understand how long I've worked for this? Do you have any idea what I've sacrificed to get this? I've worked harder than you ever have.
You've sacrificed your duckmanity, you foolish, foolish little boy. So this glass thing underneath me, do I feel like I can break through it and send us both hurtling towards the ground?
You would send yourself into the tank, like whatever's inside of it.
Both of us in the tank?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I'll see you in hell. Let's see if your new form can swim. And Merrick is going to try to smash the glass with his photon blade.
Okay.
That's going to be a 20 to hit the glass.
You don't really need to do much of that. I'm going to say give me a raw strength check here.
Raw strength? Okay. That's going to be 19.
Yeah, you manage to thrust your elbows back and shatter the glass as you and Gregerton drop into the habitat that's in here. Give me a luck check.
Just raw d20?
Raw d20.
All right, let me get my special dice out for this one. That's going to be a 9.
You drop into this large tank and you hit the ground in a familiar feeling.
Oh, dear God.
It's sand. And then you feel something moving underneath it.
Mama's pets.
Fucking sandworm?
A baby sandworm emerges out and attempts to grab you.
Merrick's a little treat.
That's going to be I did not have a sandworm.
You should always have a sandworm prep when Merrick's involved.
I know. That's a 16 KAC.
Doesn't do it.
Okay. You've dealt with bigger sandworms than this.
Yeah.
As it bursts out of the ground and just kind of goes arcing over top of you, going a little too high. Its mouth open, its rings of teeth sort of spinning in opposite directions, and lands into the sand and goes underneath. And Gregerton, and I will say with this move, you've got yourself some distance. So Gregerton is like 20 feet away, and you're out of like threatened range. Or actually, cool. I will let you determine if you want to be in threatened range or if you want to be further.
I'll be further. I'm pretty hurt.
Okay.
Did both of us take damage in that fall, to be honest? Like, was there any damage?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Because these aren't like glass. It's kind of like plexi plastic kind of situations. Specifically meant to not harm.
What a perfect stage to the grand finale, Gregerton. Welcome to my turf now.
And you can feel it's hot in here. It is climate controlled to feel like the desert. You still have a move action if you want, because you are still prone.
Yeah. I will stand.
Okay, cool.
After taking a nice handful of sand, running it through my fingers.
Can we get t-shirts that say running sand through your fingers is a free action?
Hell yeah, it is. New rule.
Cody, it's your turn.
It's still gassy where I am?
It is. You can tell it's starting to thin out.
Okay, but like I wouldn't be able to see where they are.
No. You can hear shit happening above you.
Yeah, I want to grapple up so I can get involved, but again, I can't really grapple if I don't know where I'm grappling to.
Well, here's what I'll say. Well, either way, you know that there are things flying above you. Like, those cages are moving like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can take a shot in the dark, and we'll just do a raw luck check and see if you hit something.
I am right by the consoles, though, right?
You're near it. Yep.
Can I feel my way, like blind fight my way to the button to turn on the like ventilation?
You have to give me a computer's check for it? Yes.
Fuck yeah, I'm incredible at computers.
Yeah, he's our best computers guy.
That's a 10.
You get over there and you begin hitting buttons, and you hear like the console is like, ventilation deactivated.
Now, if I missed it by 1,
believe it or not, the DC was not 11.
Fair enough. Even with blind fight, even being able to sense the buttons.
I mean, he does have button sense.
Can I re-roll for concealment?
I know you are a soldier, but you can't
re-roll
make everything a melee fight. Pressing buttons is not. It's not.
Sorry, I punched the buttons.
Oh, there you go. That should work.
Because we have established when I do computer checks, I do just bash it
on the terminal.
Perfect.
Oh my god! Don't actually do this.
That is 17 points of damage.
No, you break it.
God.
And does that activate emergency ventilation?
No. It probably just shut it down. And
well,
we
then
never
I do get to re-roll concealment if it failed.
No, you hit it.
Okay, so is that my move action to do the computers?
Well, you would have had to move to get to it, and then...
I thought we were standing right beside it.
No.
But I haven't moved, and we were with Ross, right?
Okay, terminal? Yeah, sure, I'll allow it, yeah.
I'm just going to take a blind shot towards Duck Boy, then.
Okay, give me a flat D20.
Natural 20, let's go.
It's an 18.
That's good. In sort of Ratman-inspired confidence, you hold your grappler up and just shoot. And then you feel purchase and your arm beginning to like sort of move with whatever you've hooked it.
I just say that I like pat Dr. Ross on the shoulder as I zip away. I'm like, I'll be back.
Yes, you are now hooked onto something. You don't know what or where, but you know you can get out of the smoke. Gregerton, it's Ross and Link. They're going to do the same thing. If they've got a shot on anyone, they're going to take it. And it's Gregerton's turn. He begins circling you as the two of you begin making your way around each other in the desert. Every now and then, a synthetic hum or buzz of a bug gets put through, and then he lashes out with the same sort of tongue that you saw Nitlin have, and that is a natural 20.
Of course it is. I wouldn't expect any less, you know.
You take 29 points of damage, Merrick, as this tongue wraps around your neck. Does a 34 beat your KAC plus 8.
So before that save, Merrick is down.
Okay.
I am in the negatives.
Oh, no. So from where I am, can I see this happen?
Yes. You see this tongue lash out, wrap around Merrick's neck, and squeeze. And then, with a flick of his tongue, slams Merrick against the wall and begins squeezing harder. Hello friends, Space GM Dane here to do the things. First and foremost, we hope you are enjoying this week's episode. And second, today is a big deal for us because we are launching our Patreon. We have 3 tiers available to support the show. If you've been enjoying the show and you really want to show your support, we would love for you guys to check out our Patreon. We think we've come up with some really fun and exciting rewards for those of you who do want to join. We tried to keep the tiers simple and affordable at $3, $5, and $7. At $3, you become Cody's new BFF. What that means is you get access to an exclusive Discord role, you get access to the exclusive Patreon-only Discord channel, and you let us know that you want to support the show and that you're really enjoying it. At the $5 level, you become a page in Merrick's book. That's right, you've interested Merrick enough that he has added you into his little journal. At this level, you get all the Discord benefits, and you also get voting benefits in upcoming polls, which will help us decide some major things, like naming important NPCs, or ships, or places, or events within the campaign that we're currently playing, and potentially even bigger decisions like helping us choose what system we want to play next in future campaigns, and etc., etc. And finally, at the $7 level, you earn Durrin's respect. You get all of the things from the previous tiers, and every month, I will be compiling a world primer for a location that you've seen in the show. So the first month for January, I have compiled a world primer for the Cube. So for anyone who wants to visit the Casamol system and bring our homebrew setting to your table, I give you all of the information that you need in a 2 to 3 page quick world primer to really give a little bit of authenticity to any sort of homebrew stuff you want to do in Casamol. To give you a little taste of what's in it, there's a brief history of the station. You have a outline of the political structure of the administration. You have an outline of the Blades and sort of their whole way of doing things. Then you also have a couple notable NPCs, including Nyx. You have a couple of notable locations to bring your party to. And on top of that, I've given you 3 quest hooks and a few stat blocks so that you can really start just throwing your party into the cube. And every month, I will be doing a world primer for a new location from the show. Well, spoiler alert, next month will be Goa. So if that sounds exciting to you, or you just want to support the show, we would love for you to check out our Patreon. You can visit it at patreon.com/noquestcast, or you can swing on over to noquestcast.com and click the Patreon link. As always, we love you and appreciate all the support you've shown us. Whether you're a new listener or an old listener, we love having you here. If you want to pop in and see what the community is all about, I highly recommend while you're at noquestcast.com, click the Discord link and join us. We are a great community. We have a lot of lovely people, and we can't say enough about the people who are in this Discord. They are amazing, and we would love to have you. Anyway, I've talked far too long. Let's get back to the episode. I'm going to need you to make a fortitude save, though.
Will do.
It's the one thing that makes sense, even if you're unconscious, to roll.
17.
Okay, you are good. Durrin, it's your turn. You see Merrick for the first time go limp.
Oh, that's definitely the worst. Probably one of the worst sights I could see right now. How close am I?
You're within 30 feet. The problem now is they're in the tank. So
okay.
What kind of gun are you shooting?
I'm not shooting. I'm healing, baby.
Okay. What is the range on your channel? I assume 30 feet. Yep, you're good.
Sweet. All right. Either way, I'm going to move. You know what? I will move in closer and get to the tank after I get my heal off, of course. So let's get the heal off. 14 points of heals.
14?
14.
Gregorton smiles.
You're not allowed to die yet, Merrick.
With his tongue sticking out, he's like,
"Good. I wasn't done with you yet."
And you want to move up, Durrin? I'm going to need an acrobatics check.
Yep. I got a 22.
Yeah, so you can move wherever you would like, closer, up, down.
Definitely closer. I kind of want to pull some aggro.
Okay, cool. Then I will say you are on, if you're cool with it, you're like perched on the edge of the cage.
Get me there.
Cool. Merrick, it's your turn. You have this tongue wrapped around your throat. You're pinned against the wall. Let me look up what pinned actually does to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not great.
No.
Pinned. You cannot move. You're flat-footed, and you take the same penalties as grappled, but at a -4. So you have a -4 to AC, attack rolls, reflex saves, and dex-based skill checks.
I feel like when Merrick went out there for a little bit, he had a quick little flashback, especially now that he's in the desert thing, to a time where his mother probably just during a training exercise, he was brought to the brink of death. And then his father came and gave him a couple words of encouragement to keep fighting, to you can do it, you can survive, you're a survivor. No matter what happens to him, to the tribe, you have to keep surviving. So with that, Merrick's going to roll to attack and hopefully crit.
Okay.
Oh, quick thing, Merrick. I forgot to roll an extra D8. You heal 7 more damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? If you're on the same plane, Cody, you're going to get that healing as well then, because they're 30 feet up.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. How much was it?
It was 14 plus 7.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Now I'm going to roll to attack. That's good. That's 28 minus 4, 24 KC.
Yeah, that hits. Here's what I'll say. If you can do... you can do 30 points of damage with this attack. You can cut the tongue.
All right. That's possible. It's in my range. It will take a little bit of help. Nah, I do not, I don't think. That's going to be 24 points of damage as Merrick tries to sever the tongue, but still does a lot of damage, but just can't get all the way through. You can't get enough leverage being in the air pinned against the wall here.
Yes, you manage to dig your Solarian blade up into the tongue and you slice it across as a spurt of blood hits the sand and begins to coalesce in it in a familiar sight, Merrick. Your blood is adding to the pool below you.
Before my turn, can I try to, or a bit of a reach, can I try to think back to see if my mother used to have any kind of sandworm call?
Give me a life a life science check.
Because there's definitely a pool of blood now in the sand, correct?
Yes.
That's going to be a 14.
Okay. Yes, I will say that you've seen your mother tame these things. And it is a difficult task. And she is pretty much the only one you've ever seen be able to pull this off. On your next turn, I will give you the option we'll figure out what you need to roll to see if you can sick the sandworm on him.
Sounds good to me.
Cody, it is your turn.
Move action, retract the cable, fly out of the smoke.
Yes, you come barreling out of the smoke. Once again, it billows as you leave it, and you see the dire situation that Merrick is in. He is pinned against the glass. Durrin is hovering and perched on the edge, hanging onto one of the cables that's suspending the tank. And I will say you are slightly above it. So you are about 10 feet above the cage. Can
I take the momentum of me going and try to land in the cage?
Absolutely. I'm going to need a acrobatics check from you.
That is a 17.
Yeah. So I will let you choose where you would like to land.
I will land next to Merrick, and then as a standard action, how far is Gregorton?
He's 20 feet away.
Perfect. As a standard action, I will charge because I can do that as a soldier.
Okay. You're welcome to, once again, acrobatics to try to avoid an attack of opportunity, but he will take
That's a nat 20.
Okay. Tell me how you avoid this attack of opportunity as you charge.
I think I have fought with Merrick enough that as I land, like hero landing, I pick up sand. And then when I burst forward, I throw sand in front of my face and throw it into his face.
Let me just check the rules. Oh, yep. Picking up sand is a free action?
It is a free action.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So I will allow it. You land, scoop up a big clump of sand, and as you run, Gregorton pulls back his hands completely free because he's pinning with his tongue and takes a big swing. And as it comes down, you just throw a fistful of sand in his eyes, and he recoils back. And let's see how this attack plays out.
I feel like it's already gone too well, but
fumble?
Fucking nat 1.
Yeah, that sounded like a nat 1.
God damn it!
I heard that roll. I could tell.
I was prepared to have nat 20'd the attack and fumbled the whatever.
You realize now why Merrick, when you guys train, is always telling you to watch your footing, because he trained in the desert sand, and you aren't used to the way that it's so uneven and shifting at all times, and you slip.
I feel like my intention was to duck under his claw and come up with a big uppercut, which obviously I need to plant my foot pretty hard for that, both to stop and to generate that force, but sand isn't hard. Cody just learned.
And you pretty much do almost a side split as your leg slides out from under you, and you miss your attack.
Fuck.
But you are now within striking range.
And I just yelled, "Get off my friend!"
Ross and Lig, once again, they're still in the fog. They can't do anything, but they are readying their actions.
Yeah, now the vents are off, so that's cool.
The vents that weren't on in the first place.
It is Gregorton's turn, but on his turn, the cloud of smoke dissipates on the floor below. Problem is, Ross no longer has a shot because you guys are in that tank. But she can see Durrin, so she's going to, once again, that little laser pings on you, Durrin, and you begin getting pelted with those pellets.
Nice.
How much stamina do you have right now?
30.
Okay. Then, is that below your half?
No. I've taken 18 points of damage.
You get 12 points of stamina back.
Oh, sweet.
And Link looks up and says, I'm coming. And he's going to do some acrobatics checks to try to make his way up. He's about there. As he's hopping from one cage to the other, the way that you did, Durrin, as he's trying to get up and help.
Okay.
And now it's Gregorton's turn. Okay, well, he's going to try to maintain the grapple on Merrick. Merrick, you feel that tongue tighten again, and you begin blacking out. And then there is a influx of air as the wound that you just dealt to his tongue causes it to go limp for a second as he rolls a natural 1.
Yes!
So you are now free. And he's going to use his second attack on Cody. That is a 21 KAC.
On the money.
And he's not going to grab you. That's 12 points of damage.
Perfect.
As he finally splashes you with a backhand across the chest. That is his turn. It is Durrin. Your go.
Merrick, how are you feeling?
I'm home in my heart.
Not what I meant. Not what I meant at all.
I'm in quite a lot of pain.
Okay, I'm going to focus once again on my old wound and heal one more time. Oh, actually, I want to do this first because I did this at the beginning of my turn and it doesn't cost any actions. I'm going to do a lifelink to Merrick.
Okay.
So he heals 3. I take 3 damage. And then I'm going to do my standard heals.
Hell yeah.
17 points of heals all around.
Even to Gregerton?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. No,
Just
actually,
checking.
I want the fight to be a little harder. So let's heal that tongue up real quick, And that is my turn. But I think I'm going to use my move action to swap to my baton because I think I want to stay close to this one.
Okay.
Unless Merrick, are you a flaming ball of fire that I don't want to be close to right now?
No, I'm not on flame.
Cool. All right, yeah, then swap into my baton, and that's my turn.
Cool. Merrick, it is your turn.
I'm going to focus on those memories, Dane.
Okay.
All I used to do is watch her, whether mostly with disdain, but just to fun, you have to study your enemy. What do I roll? Luck check?
I think it's a luck check. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Really curious what this call sounds like. Will you replicate it for us if you succeed?
Please.
Well, yeah, if I succeed, I will come up with something.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 15 on the dice.
That's a success when it comes to luck. Yes. Hit me with your sandworm call. Everyone in the tank feels the ground rumbling again. Cody, you lose your balance a little bit as something shoots underneath you, and the sandworm pops up to attack Gregerton. It's a fucking nat 20.
Woo!
Okay. It deals... Oh, I guess I gotta roll twice. Damn, this thing just did almost max damage for itself. It does 30 points of fucking damage.
That means we know Merrick now hits like a sandworm.
True.
And also with a nat 20, it's going to use its grab ability, and it latches on to Gregerton's neck and is now like flailing and wriggling as Gregerton is trying to like swat it off. So Gregerton is going to be grappled, which lowers his AC, and he also takes a bunch of minuses to his attack rolls as well.
Cody's very confused by what just happened because he's never heard those sounds before. He thought Merrick was maybe dying, and now there's a worm coming from nowhere, which he thinks, because he never saw it before, so he thinks Merrick has just summoned it.
Yeah, I'm going to move closer and do with my move action just to get ready for my next turn.
Okay. I don't think you can take attacks of opportunity when you're grappled, so...
Not when you're by a big old sandworm.
Yeah, I think you're safe to do this.
All right, that's it for Merrick, who's feeling real good.
Cody, you're up.
Cool. Are me and Merrick flanking at this point then, or are we...
Well, the worm is on the other side of it. Can we flank with the worm?
Sure. Yeah, I'll say that you guys are flanking.
All right, well, I think I'm going to double attack then. So, that's a nat 20. There we go.
Okay, let me know what you're doing here.
And this.
I'm now that I've found my footing, I'm doing that uppercut again.
Okay. The sandworm has made a perfect divot for your foot to...
Mm-hmm. So that's 31 points of sonic damage.
Okay.
So... So the critical is that I push him 10 feet.
Okay.
Which I don't really want to do.
I don't think you necessarily... I think you can
push him into the worm.
Yeah.
I think
into the worm's throat.
Critical.
Yeah, push him into the maw.
Actually, if he goes prone, that also gives him better AC against attacks, right?
Yeah.
Range attacks.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to knock him out with my slam down ability. So I'm going to clip him so hard that he just like goes limp and falls to the floor.
Okay.
He's not unconscious. He's just prone. And then I guess I'm going to do my second. Does that just
happen on a crit?
Yeah, so slam down. When I do a critical hit with a weapon that deals bludgeoning damage, I can apply the knockdown critical hit effect. Give me a fort save.
You know what? I rolled one earlier, so I'm going to use the first one. It's an 18.
Yeah, that's it on the money.
Okay.
So I guess he glazes over but doesn't go down.
Yeah.
Second attack is going to be a 20.
So he's flat-footed, so -2. He's grappled, -2. So yes, that hits.
Awesome. Max damage for 19 points of damage.
Gregerton does not look good. He's wobbling, his eyes keep sort of glazing over, but he is still up.
Hell yeah.
Durrin, you feel Link land beside you in sort of the same sort of Spider-Man perch on the side of this thing. Then he says, I'd like to help, and shoots another barrage of lasers out of his little claw backpack. That is not enough again.
I can just
poor Link.
He's trying,
The lasers hit the sand and kind of turn it to glass, but he's just can't find. He's
trying.
Dang it!
I get powerful jittery energy off him, so I feel like the backpack is calibrated to someone standing still, but he's ooh, just going.
It's Gregerton's turn.
What about the worms on my turn? You're right.
Yeah, I'll do the worm on your turn.
Yeah.
He looks up at you, Durrin, and says,
"This could have been over if it wasn't for you."
And you, once again, that purple pop as he teleports away and appears on one of the cages behind you, Durrin, and he's going to shoot his tongue out at you.
Okay.
So he's now not in that cage with you boys anymore. Also, the sandworm is going to fall to the ground as well.
What a good boy.
Yeah, he did his best,
That is a 20 KAC.
Oh, man, nailed it by 1.
Well, he doesn't grab you, unfortunately. But
hey, don't be like that. Don't bring that energy in here, all right?
He does hit you for 12 points of damage as the barbed tongue slaps you across the face, drawing blood.
It's just disrespectful.
Just look back at him and be like, you seem a little tired.
I can finish this fight, or I'll kill one of you before I go.
It is Durrin's turn.
He's on the cages, right?
Yes, he's on a cage that is currently going the opposite direction of you. So you guys are crossing paths.
Shit, I hate I hate to keep swapping and things change. Okay. You're cool with me swapping to my pistol while moving with the trick attack, or
is that attack? Yeah.
Okay,
no.
Cool. Just making sure we're cool with that before I do it. All right.
Yep.
And I'll maybe dive into the fog and come up on one of the cages as I use my stealth. 36.
Yes.
As I try to close the distance because I want him to keep his attention on me for now. Damn, he is flat-footed for this attack, but I'm not sure if it's going to go through 12 EAC.
No.
Damn. Okay, cool. But yeah, just trying to close the distance. I was sneaky, but the attack didn't go off.
Yeah, the moving crates and his natural sort of just beef. You managed to hit him, but nowhere vital, and it just kind of hits his shoulder, and he says,
"Still think I look tired, little one?"
Merrick, it's your turn. You and Cody are now in this cage alone together. He is, I say, 30 feet away on a cage beside Durrin.
So he's looking pretty hurt, right?
Yeah, he does not look good.
Durrin is looking very okay, right?
Yes. I assume
good.
So. Yeah.
You're looking good, Durrin?
Yeah, don't worry, I got this.
How do you feel about a little extra sun?
I would never say no to that.
Merrick raises his left hand. You can't escape the desert once you step foot in its wastes. Snaps his finger and makes a supernova appear right above Mr. Duckhemoth's head.
Okay. He'll do a reflex.
You too, Durrin. I'm sorry, buddy.
Right. Yeah, no. I knew it was coming. It's all good. 19 for me.
Pass.
Sweet. And hey, I have evasion, so I'm good.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
Gregerton got 19.
He passes as well as 25 fire damage erupts, so he takes 12. We round down.
You round up.
Round up, 13.
Okay.
Oh, that's easy. If his HP is 12, he's dead.
Did it help?
Did it help?
Merrick?
Yeah.
How do you finish him?
Oh, fuck yes!
So, once again, Merrick, like, with sand between his toes, is feeling, like, in this dire situation where he almost died. Like, he's just bringing forth this energy, feeling this, I'm assuming a giant heat lamp on the back of his head, invigorating him. It's probably the most beautiful supernova you've ever seen him make. Like, it just erupts the purest form as he just, like, the back of his head just gets incinerated. And that brain he values so much gets lost into this fake desert.
You manage to create this, and it's almost so much so that, like, it lights up the entire fucking room. It is this huge, bright, brilliant explosion. And as you said, brighter than you've ever been able to do before. And it singes the feathers off his back and the fur on his legs, and it snaps the cable of the cage that he's standing on, and he goes plunging to the ground and hits it with a sickening thud. You have successfully defeated Professor Gregerton.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
I, like, reach out a hand to Merrick's shoulder. I'm like, because I assume you look like shit.
Yeah.
You good? You good, bud?
Yeah, I'm fine. Durrin came through in the end. I'm actually feeling much better than I thought.
Where'd you pull that worm from? Has it been here the whole time? Have you been bringing it around with you?
No. It's just I got lucky. In a very strange place, I managed to end up on home turf. Merrick picks up a pocket full of sand, and before he leaves, he's just going to whisper something in Kasathan, like into the worm, to the desert, say a little thanks, and then get out of the tank.
Below you hear Ross, who is trying to use the shattered terminal, and she looks up and she says, y'all want to get down from there?
Coming.
And she presses a couple buttons, and the cages all, like, jerk to a halt, and the ones that you are on begin lowering down to the ground floor. And the plate that's, like, in front of you guys swings up so that you guys can get out. And Link walks over, and he looks kind of bummed. And he's like, I'm sorry I wasn't much help.
Hey, you did everything you could.
And he's his little claws, like, retract back into his little backpack. He's like, I guess it needs a little bit more work.
No, it was tactical. You scared him, you distracted him, let us get our hits in, and Cody, like, pats him on the back. And you brought the healing gun. Saved my ass.
You see him, like, kind of puff up a little bit and be like, well, if you say I helped.
I, like, look at the others for, like, them to join in.
Hornscale comes over and stands over Gregerton's body and gives him, like, a hard kick to the ribs and looks at the three of you guys and says, well, I gotta say I'm impressed, boys.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. It would have been much harder if it wasn't for you and your team keeping the rest of the mercenaries at bay.
Which you can now see, those mercs are dead.
We're not very good at investigating, but we are pretty good at killing.
I think we did a great job investigating, okay?
Yeah, we're
Give
super
us some credit.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
Speaking of which, did you find out why he did any of this?
Some group was supporting him, correct?
So I will remind you that you found his terminal, and you also found a data pad that you didn't access. Oh. So the terminal was the one that let you know that, yes, he seemed to was working with someone, something, or, someone under the moniker of Cadrical's Eyes. And that was who he was reporting all of his data and research to.
Yeah, and we have this. I don't know who has the other data pad, but this might also have some answers if we can get into it.
Have you ever heard of Cadrical's Eyes at all?
Hornscale looks at Ross. Ross looks at Link. Link looks at Hornscale, and they all just kind of, like, shrug, and they're like, "No, I'm aware of. I'm not much. I'm a woman of science. I'm not much for religion, but I understand that Cadrical is a deity of sorts, but I don't know what role he would have in this whole mess."
Who knows? We'll have to figure it out.
We'll have to go through that data pad when we have a chance.
For now, let's clean this up. And
is the Blinks okay? Just tired?
Actually, as things have settled down, it teleports over to the one that's lying on the ground and begins, like, nudging it.
And
then,
I don't know. Did my healing channel heal it up a bit?
And it's dead, unfortunately.
Dr. Ross, I heard that on the files, Nitlin died and was brought back by magic, I believe. Any chance the Blinks could be resurrected the same way?
Fortunately, Nitlin was the recipient of the genes, not the one that was drawn from. I imagine whatever Gregerton did to it, it's irreversible.
I'm glad we killed that piece of shit.
Hornscale kicks him again in the ribs really hard. It's like, you could say that again.
I'm glad we killed that piece of shit.
Yep. Yeah. You asked for that one.
The Blinks looks at the three of you and opens its mouth. And instead of sucking this time, you see that swirling sort of purple void in the back of its throat. And it starts going like, huh, 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 with like a hairball. And spews out a like hard purple gem that rolls out covered in like slime and stuff, and it glows faintly, similar to the way its tail does, and then disappears.
I wasn't expecting a vomit rock today.
Are vomit rocks worth anything?
You'd have to give me a mysticism check.
Okay.
Not me.
16.
So this is a blink stone. If you smash it, you can use a brief moment of teleportation to move 30 feet.
That's awesome. Is it for one person or a group?
It is for one person. And it's a one-time use item. Once you smash it, it is done.
Cool. That's actually really cool. That's really cool.
30 feet?
Yep.
Is it like standard action to use, move action, swift action?
It's a standard action.
Get you out of a tight spot. I usually keep range, so I don't need anything like that.
I can teleport sometimes, and I look at my bangles. Why don't you grab it, Merrick?
We nearly lost you there. Could have used it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Blanks, wherever you are, wherever you went. We'll always remember.
I mean, it can only teleport 30 feet, right? It's probably still in the base somewhere.
It's just casually walking away.
Don't ruin the moment, guys, all right?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, he's right there. Bye, Blanksy.
Well, that's the stone. You get the sense that the Blinks could teleport probably a lot further.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think we need a snack, a shower, or maybe a drink.
I have just the thing. Meet me in the kitchens.
All right.
Dr. Ross looks at everyone and just says, yeah, I'll get some orange slices for y'all as well.
Okay.
You're welcome to use the shower facilities in your quarters if you'd like, and maybe let's say 20 minutes in the kitchen.
20 minutes in the kitchen sounds good to me.
Yeah, I could use a moment.
As you guys are leaving, Sylvia runs over to you and says,
First, great job, guys. That was fucking badass. Did you happen to find Jory?
Jory, he didn't make it.
She looks really sad.
I'm really sorry to say, but he protected what was dear to him. He gave his life to do his job and to keep everyone else safe.
Yeah, that sounds like Jory.
Without Jory, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did today.
Well, thank you for at least getting some answers. I really appreciate that.
I'm sorry that I wasn't better news.
Yeah, me too.
And she helps up one of the security guards who took some damage and throws their arm over her shoulder and begins leaving the room. Okay, what would you guys like to do? You have about 20 minutes to regroup. So if there's anything specific you'd like to do, you can do that, or we could just skip forward to whatever Cody is up to at the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shower, get my stamina back.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're all showered up. You're fresh. Your stamina has been recovered. Cody, what the hell are you doing? What's the plan?
I have gone and retrieved all the chicken noodle soup that I put in the fridge in Jory's.
Okay.
And I'm just heating it up in the pot.
All right.
I assume he made a bunch of leftovers, so there's enough for everybody. And I think as Cody pours it out, he's just going to be like, "This was the last meal that Jory made," and I think it would. From what little I know of him, which isn't much, but he seems like a good guy, and he made chicken noodle soup, so that's just proof of it. And I think he'd want us to eat it, and I think it's a good way to remember him.
Yeah, and I assume you've also invited the staff and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of the people are sitting there. Hornscale's there, Sylvia's there, and Sylvia actually comes up and gives you a hug and thanks you for this lovely memorial for him, and everyone kind of raises a glass and cheers to Jory's honor and memory, and you guys all share a delicious chicken noodle soup lunch.
I like that.
While you guys are eating, do you want to take another crack at the data pad?
Sure.
Yeah.
Durrin?
Yeah.
Why are you so reluctant?
18.
Cody, roll me a computer's check. Let's see if you can aid.
Okay.
Don't punch it.
That is an 11.
Ooh. That is enough to aid. And with the two of you, Durrin has done most of the hard work. Cody, you just lean over and just put your palm on the whole thing. I just happen to hit the right button, and the data pad unlocks.
I go for a high five with Durrin.
I give it right back. Hell yeah. Couldn't have done it without you.
Did you see? Merrick, I used the sand, and Durrin, I was super stealthy down in the fog. And look, I'm learning computers too. You guys are the best.
Oh, no, Cody, you're the best. We do have to go back to working on your footwork.
Oh, yeah. You never told me sand was slippy.
No, I believe I say things like the sand moves like the passage of time, slowly but surely. I'm sure I say nonsense like that all the time.
I thought it was metaphorical.
I think Durrin's realizing that him and Merrick are kind of Cody's parents in a way.
We're dads.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Especially after that comment. After you said that, like, Durrin's like, oh shit.
The data pack comes to life, it opens up, and once again you find a bunch of encrypted emails from Cadricle's Eyes and Gregerton. The first one, or the ones towards the beginning, appears that the Sarkeesian mercs were sent actually to watch Gregerton and intimidate him to make sure that he did what he was doing, which was this gene splicing research. But very quickly, it's apparent that Gregerton didn't need intimidation and was happily and fully committed to working on this, and was actually instrumental in securing their location or securing their place on the Ark, and he was the one who verified all of their applications. So all the background checks and everything were done by Gregerton, and falsified most of the records and got them on board as a means not for intimidation, but for protection, as he grew increasingly more paranoid that Nitlin was onto him. He then was tasked on, once he started figuring out this gene splicing technology, he needed a way to get the prototypes out to whoever was picking them up, wherever they were going, and that was what his opportunity to get rid of Nitlin, put the blame on him. So when he released a bunch in the Ark, he also released a bunch in the wild, and that was when they came and scooped up the ones released in the wild. The Sharkrilla was just one that wasn't found. At that point in time, Nitlin disappeared, and was when Gregerton began experimenting on humans.
Cool.
Once he realized that he was able to actually begin doing this on people, he recontacted Cadricle's Eyes and was attempting to secure more funding in order to promise the ability to not only use this on animals, but for people as well. It also appears that the phalanx drones were meant to be a smokescreen. The original plan was to imply that Phalanx was hiring Gregerton, and this was a new means of providing non-human combatants on the battlefield. And they were going to use like these monsters instead of drones and things like that, which is why he was specifically requested the Phalanx drones.
So the whole Phalanx thing was a ruse.
Is there any indication on what they did plan to do with his research, like Cadricle's Eyes?
It seems like they are building an army.
I have a question. Is there any emails pertaining to like the silver liquid and how they knew it was on our persons?
No. The thing that is fairly troubling is there's no mention of you at all. You are not a part of any of this, and the silver liquid also has no bearing on Gregerton's plans.
So why did the mercs make for a steal for it? That doesn't make any sense.
The mercs didn't have like data pads on them, did they?
No.
Did we check their like rooms? Because they must have had some way to like
communicate.
Contact, yeah.
You have not checked their rooms.
All right. We should probably
check their rooms.
Hornscale looks at you guys like huddled over this data pad, and the like hushed tones you're speaking in, and he casually walks over with his bowl of soup and sits down, and he says, I've been doing this long enough to know when light bulbs are going off. What are you boys thinking?
We need to figure out how the mercs knew about us and this liquid, because nothing in here is telling us that.
Check the spam folder.
Oh, yep, there it is.
We figured it out.
Oh, there's an email called "No Quest for the Wicked Plot."
Damn it, you guys found it. Now I have to tell you everything.
I want to download it to my data pad.
I'll do a computer's check to open it up. Oh, that one.
Deleted it.
Shit.
No!
We didn't need that, right, guys?
Nah, it's fine, Cody. Don't worry about it.
Hornscale says, yeah, if you want to check the mercs' rooms now that we know who they are and we've figured out all of their identities, yeah, let's go check them out. I'll get a card program for them.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you swing by the security office very quickly. He programs a card so that you can access all of the things, and he's going to come with you to all the mercs rooms. Give me some perception checks, and we're just going to give this a blanket of like you guys searching all of the rooms.
Well, I guess I'm too busy with my soup.
Yeah, I'm too busy with my soup too.
Oh my god, guy, 15.
All right, well, I'll give Hornscale a check too.
Please.
Okay.
I can't even aid because I got 8.
I got a 12.
Between Durrin and Hornscale.
Thank you.
You seem to find what you can assume is the leader of this gang. And there is a email from an unknown message block sender, and it just says it's a contract for the 3 of you, and it seems to be sent out en masse.
Cool.
Cool.
So it's not specifically to them. It seems like there is a network of bounty hunters and mercenaries, and it got broadcast to everyone.
And does it just say kill these 3 or
kill these 3, get the liquid, I assume?
No, there is no mention of the liquid.
But that's what they were targeting.
Fuck.
As you look through the data pad some more, there is a message from someone that says willing to pay more on contract if item received.
All right.
And then there's like an encrypted file that has already been downloaded and removed.
Can we try to recover it?
You will need a very, very good computers check, but yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll for it. Or maybe I'll aid. I'll
roll for it. I have a decent computers.
Okay, I'll aid you.
Natural 20. Let's go.
I mean, not bad.
Well, I got a 16.
29.
So add a 2 to that.
So 31.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
It's no 35, though.
Durrin, you take a minute to tap around and you manage to recover the file.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it is what looks like surveillance photos of you 3 and Astrid walking through like the guild HQ and through a window into her office as well.
While we were with her?
While you were with her.
Where I showed her the liquid for the first time.
And it's like multiple photos. Like there's photos of you guys when you were talking. There's photos of when Arwen was doing his, like showing you the video. It just seems like that whole meeting was under surveillance.
Cool.
We can probably rule out Asin, because if he wanted the liquid, he could just come and get it, as he said before.
I don't think he's even aiming to get it from us. I think he wants us to have it at this point.
That scares me more than anything.
It should.
So it's someone else, I guess, a third party. Could be, what's his name? Mazo? Your bad friend, Cody?
Maybe. I wonder if, like Asin, I believe, didn't he say he was from Earth or something? So he would have lived for a long time. And I feel like that's what Mazo's kind of aiming for. So,
well, this liquid does things that evil, powerful old men would probably want.
I just want to know where Alpha is.
We'll find him, buddy. We'll find him.
The contract, does it say who sent it out? Like a source or something?
No.
Okay.
It seems to be like it's almost being relayed through sort of like a Merc network.
Okay.
So the person who put it out isn't listed. It's just being like, merccontracts.com has sent out this this like thing.
Follow-up question. How much are we worth?
Right now, someone is offering 500,000 credits for y'all.
Damn.
Dead or alive?
Holy mo!
Does not matter.
Shit.
We capture ourselves, put ourselves in alive, escape, we get 500,000 credits.
I don't know if that
Scale
would...
is like, okay, never mind.
It's the plot of
don't-
Escape from Dublin 7. Return to Dublin.
Hornscale looks at the three of you and he says, I've got everything I need to sort of wrap this case up. I know there are some loose ends on yours as, who put the contract out and why they targeted the, secret package, but I don't know if those answers are going to come from what's here. All I can give you is the warning to be safe, watch your back, limit the people you trust, and hopefully you can get out of this unscathed.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Hornscale, for all your help with this. We're going to go speak to Ross, I assume. So thank you for everything. We appreciate your hospitality.
And I appreciate you doing the work here with us. I don't know if we would have been able to contain this without you.
Cool. I guess we'll head to Dr. Ross's. If anyone else has nothing else they want to do.
Yeah.
I want to go see her.
Yeah, same.
Okay, yeah. It's easy enough to find her. Her and Link are kind of working together, fine-tuning that backpack on him. But when you guys walk in, she stands up and says, good. I assume that we can resume our little project?
I believe so, as I slide the liquid out of my robe and put it on the table.
She picks it up, opens the little tube that you had, gets the thing, and puts it back in the little workstation that she has. And she says, it'll be a moment or two for me to finish this up, but I highly recommend maybe you get some sleep. You went through a big day today, and in the morning we can go over the results.
Sounds good, Ross.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's just go get some sleep, guys.
I could do with a nap for sure.
Durrin's ready to pass the fuck out.
Okay. Good night.
Just be careful. We, apparently 500,000 credits just for us and more for that. So
let's not spread that number around.
I trust Ross and Link, so I think we're okay.
Link activates his backpack. 500,000 credits, huh?
Make my day, kid. Make my day.
You guys have a fairly deep sleep the way that you do after a big fight has happened. You all pass out. Is there anything you guys you like to do prior to or during your sleep?
No.
Okay. Then it's just like the second you guys hit the pillow, you guys are fucking out. And you're woken up by a knock at the door in the morning.
Yes. Rise and shine, everyone. Merrick hobbles over to the door and cracks it open a little bit. Hello.
It's Link, and he looks up and he says, "Good morning." And he holds up a tray that has 3 steaming cups of coffee on it.
Oof. Fantastic, Link. Please come on in if you would like to do so.
If you want to walk with me, but while you enjoy those, Dr. Ross has some information.
All right, let's do that. Just let me get out of my robe and into something a little bit more presentable, eh?
Of course, yeah. Take your time. And he will wait outside. And once you guys are all dressed and ready, he leads you back to Dr. Ross. And when you get into Ross's office, there is a screen that has Astrid on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she is sitting at her desk. And she says, all right, y'all. I hope you don't mind, but Astrid will be joining us for this call. And Astrid gives you guys a wave.
Before we get started, Astrid, can you pull down all the blinds in your office, please?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. And she walks over and she closes all the blinds. She says, what's up?
We have evidence that you've been under surveillance by an enemy group.
God damn it.
Yeah, they caught our whole meeting.
Fuck. Okay.
Now someone else knows about the liquid, and they put out a hit on us, and they almost got it here on the base. So, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I should have been more careful, but this is, I guess, good information to know. We will cover our tracks a little better, guys. I'm really sorry for putting you at unnecessary risk.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It happens.
Hey, we should have known too.
Ross leans forward and she presents you guys with a small like hologram display with the silver liquid and a bunch of like chemical breakdown of it and a bunch of like scientific jargon that you kind of don't really know what it is. And you can see that Astrid is looking to add a similar projection on her desk. And Ross leans forward and says, "Now, when I did my cursory look at the liquid, I said that it was thinking or alive, or I implied that it was organic, and I am now 100% sure that it is. As I compared it to before, it is similar to what we would call blood. It is a means of life. And while the liquid itself isn't alive, there is, as I mentioned, a psychic resonance within it. And I found that it's not unlike the instincts of an animal that knows when to hibernate or to migrate. It seems to have a hard-coded message in it. And that message is a bit cryptic." She turns it around and she presses play, and a waveform appears. And in a garbled voice that sounds like it's every letter is coming from a different person, it says a message, and one that you've heard before. As the vial plays, you hear the liquid itself speak, and it says, "The time has come. A reckoning is upon us."